Friday, huh? Nope. Well, the line's up? Yes, sir. They look good? That's as expected. We'll talk about it on the way up. That's on. Houston, this is Boston speaking. Mission launch for Roll Call Friday in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! Covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Roll Call Friday, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan playing hurt. Matt Perrault with you guys here live on YouTube. I added a little new thing today, Dave. Didn't tell you about this because I wanted to see if it was going to work. We'll see if it works.
Okay.
Those of you on Instagram, welcome to the first ever live stream on Instagram. We're here on Instagram live today. We'll see how it goes. We'll explain Roll Call Friday for those newbies who are coming on over from Instagram. We have not streamed live on there ever before. So if the stream gets all messed up and doesn't work today, I'll cut it and we'll get rid of it. But right now, we have added another option on Instagram live here for us. Replayed on Sirius XM channel 159 and on Sports Grid Television, YouTube at Boston versus the book on a Roll Call Friday. How are you? I appreciate you doing the show today because I think you want to be in bed, right?
I was in bed. I felt like I've been in the time warp. I woke up and saw the Raiders 163-21. I was just getting a recap from you right now. Yeah, I feel like crap, but it's taking it out of me. I went to the doctor yesterday. As an adult, I had a temperature of 102.5.
Not good.
No, that's not good at all.
No,
so trying to get that stabilized, and every once in a while I'm going to use the mute button, the cough button, as known in the past industry, to keep it kind of quiet. But yeah, we're here. We had to be here. It's Roll Call Friday. This is when everybody's here. I hit the like button. I hit the subscribe button. This is great. We're on Instagram now too.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So little experiment just to see what it looks like today. So a bunch of new people are already in. It's different because I actually have a counter here. I can see how many people are coming in and out on Instagram, which is different. So I can actually see the number of people who are on. That just, we know YouTube, we got the YouTube numbers and we've got the Twitter numbers and everything else that goes on, but now we've added a third little live option to see how that goes. So I don't know how it's going to go, but Instagram made it available. And I said, all right, let's just try it today on a Roll Call Friday and let's see what's going to wind up happening. So if you guys are new, what is Roll Call Friday? Roll Call Friday. And Dave's going to try to get through the whole show today so we can do this because this is going to be an opportunity for you guys. I'm seeing in the private chat who's coming in. This is a first because I know on YouTube, I can't see the chat. On Instagram, I can see the chat, which is kind of interesting here for what may happen. So you guys may need to post it and I see it hopefully, and I can give it to Dave. You're going to tell us when we tell you, where are you? Roll call is what state, what zip code, what area code are you in? And then I will go ahead and take a little bit of we call it kind of, I don't know, it looks a little bit like a bingo card, but we will dab up the map.
Yep.
Somebody put it at 44 today. said
Ooh.
43.5 is the number. We had 42 last week. Do we get to 43? Do we get to 44? I think that's a little ambitious, but this is the map we will go through, and you will tell us where you are listening or watching the show at the moment, and we will run through everything here on a Roll Call Friday and see how many different states we can identify for us here today.
Right now, just as a test, we got a lot of people in. They're coming in.
Yep.
We start every day around 11 o'clock-ish Pacific, 2 o'clock-ish Eastern.
Yeah.
Today a little bit later, but just to get the chat flowing right now, just put the city where you're watching it from. And in about 75 minutes, we'll ask for the 3-digit area code and the city or state. So we know, so Perrault can dab the map because the 42.5 is a good number.
43. They raised it. We hit 42.
I wouldn't have moved it up myself. It's a holiday season.
Right.
You know, a lot of people traveling. There's a lot of people shopping. I know everything in the house here. Like I woke up, I really didn't know where I was. I went downstairs. No one's here. Everybody's shopping. Everybody's like, I have no idea what's happening. So that might be the case for a lot of you, wherever you're at watching the show, listening. What do we do with the Canada situation? Like Canada counts as a state. What country? What do we do? Because we got a lot of people watching in Canada.
I mean, so this is fun. So Brandon Miller just said he's watching on Instagram. He just said he's in Chicago. So there's the first Instagram roll call.
That's fantastic.
Shout out. So there's Chicago. So we already have Illinois dabbed there. There's our first state. So that's cool to see this. I can see it's on my end. Great. Normally you see the chat. Normally I'm seeing the Instagram chat. So it's kind of cool. That
count as one?
It has to. I mean, we can't. I don't know. I don't know Canada well enough. I know like how many provinces are there in Canada? 7?
I believe. I think it's 7.
I don't know. I think it's 7.
How do we not know this? I mean, that's embarrassing. We
don't know this. I know like there's Prince Edward Island is in one, and I know that Quebec is one, and I know out west,
British Columbia, Alberta.
That like,
come on.
I mean, I know the cities in Canada. I don't know the states. I kind of know it's a democracy, but I don't know the ins and the outs. What's the Canadian money? Do you know? I couldn't tell you.
Toonies and loonies.
Okay, there you go. I wouldn't have known that. So I don't know where Canadian money is. Yeah. So I don't know how we realistically break it down. I just think it becomes number of people in Canada, which is always over 5 for every single show.
Oh, every show.
Have they said something about it though? Like, do they want their own call out? They want their own.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I want to give them their proper shout out, respect. I just think there's no spot on that dab the map.
Yeah, there is. I write it in. I just write Canada.
Oh, you write it in. Okay, you're right.
I just write Canada. Fine. I write CAN, which is Canada. So whenever we get somebody in here who's from Canada watching the show, listening
like
to
we
the
got
show.
Bonvie. How many provinces are there in Canada, Bonvie? Like Bonvie's watching the show right now.
Okay.
He's in he's south of Windsor, Ontario.
Okay.
Vinny Konowinski says count the provinces.
Yeah. So how many provinces are there? I thought there were 7. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. Man, we got everyone from Los Angeles to Hampton, New Hampshire. That's incredible. That literally is like
right now.
Yeah, right now. It's right now. Los Angeles to Hampton, New Hampshire. That's incredible. Literally coast to coast. Show is literally coast to coast.
Yeah.
Atlantic Ocean to Pacific Ocean.
Love it. Love it.
Very, 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 very cool. So that's Roll Call Friday. We'll give you guys the opportunity to have your handle be called out. Dave will call it all out for you guys when he says, hey, put in your area code and whatever else some people put their.
Sometimes we get weather reports.
Yeah, the Dan Patrick. They do the Dan Patrick thing of like how many, your overall weight or your overall temperature or whatever. They do the whole thing, the whole roll call. So
10 provinces.
3
territories. 10 provinces, 3 territories. Thank you.
Okay.
That's directly from Bonvie.
Thank you, Bonvie. Appreciate that. Okay, so I was off on that. All right. So that is Roll Call Friday coming up. So thank you for watching. If you guys are new to the show, that's what a Roll Call Friday is coming up a little bit later on in the program. So let's get to what happened last night, which is how we start the show. I can carry this because Dave didn't watch any of this. It was the single easiest over bet of my life.
Ever.
And look, when 2 bad teams get together, and I again, this is why it's funny. And one day we will have next Christmas, we're going to have a full store where Matt, you suck, your picks suck t-shirts will be available
next week.
Well, hopefully soon before Christmas time, because right now Matt, your picks suck shirts would fly like crazy.
Yeah.
Because it happened exactly how I said it was going to happen. Because the guy who went on and told me when I went 0-5 that I was going 5 for 5 told me that I was dead wrong. There's no way the game's going over.
No
It's
way.
100% under bet. This is not a good play by you.
Yep.
The game went over in the second quarter.
Yes, it did. And one team didn't score.
One team didn't score. 35 points for one team, and the game went over in the second quarter. It was that easy of a walk to the counter to cash the over with two bad teams because I thought we would see turnovers. Not sure I thought we'd see 4 in the first half from the Chargers.
Right.
But that's what we got. The Chargers just didn't want to do anything. And Big Business asked me to ask you a question, and I kind of know the answer to it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When the game goes 63-21, right? The total was 34.5.
Right.
He wanted to know, how does this happen? How can the books be that wrong?
Oh, that's par for the course.
That's what I said. Just one game.
Yeah.
Just
one game.
It's one game. Just like us. You could bet a game that you thought was going to go over and it goes woefully under. And what do? Just move on. Just move on to the next game. That's
the best part about it. Like I used to say this all the time because I would be, get questions from media. How do you guys get it right so many times? I said, you guys forget about when we get it wrong. You only remember when you get it right. It's just like the bad beats. You only remember the bad beats. You don't remember those cruise wins or lucky wins or whatever. It's what you want to remember. Missed. You could have predicted that. Nobody could have predicted that.
Not 63-21. No. It was an incredible game to watch. I just asked you this question.
Did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, I watched the whole game. Because you have to. When you put it on Amazon, you can't change the channel. And there was nothing else really on. I waited until the game was over, and then I watched basketball. So I watched the Clipper game after Clippers and the Warriors. Right. So I didn't need to really switch off of it until the game was really over. You didn't watch it, I know, but let me just ask you, just sports. Yep. It's 42-0.
Yep.
Raiders decide to do a swing pass to Jacoby Myers, who has an option to throw or pass, and he passes it to Devontae Adams in the end zone to go up 49-0.
Mm-hmm.
Fair or foul?
Listen, once it's 42-0, like there's nothing you really can do. You're on the Charger sideline going, man, those jerk-offs, like really, they're doing that. But that's as good a time as any to work on that play. Right? 42-0. We're gonna run this play just in case we got to run this again. Like, let's call it now. There's no ramifications of it if it gets intercepted. If it's so, I can see both sides.
It's just so wild that this field and this building is where Brandon Staley's career should have ended when he decided to not go for the tie against the Raiders 2 years ago. And it's remarkable that this is where his career ends, as Brandon Staley was officially fired this morning, along with Tom Telesco, the general manager. They both got let go 9 a.m. Pacific time, the second that people got to work. See you later. Literally a year to 2 years too late, right? I mean, this guy was an absolute disaster.
You wonder like what went on up to this point where, he'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be all right. Yeah, we'll fix this. Yeah. No, he got to go. Today? Yes, today. Like today. As soon as I get in, tell him I'm done. Thanks. We'll finish out the season. We'll do whatever. I don't know. We've heard all about Herbert and the Chargers' talent and all of this other stuff. And I don't know. You put Bill to LAC right there on the graphic. Are you advancing?
It's done.
Yep. It's done?
In my opinion, it's done.
Done?
That's why you fire the GM as well. You clear the deck. You just blow everybody out. You say, Belichick, you're taking over in 3 weeks. Bill's going to have his swan song goodbye, beat the Chiefs on Sunday, have some type of fun moment, Patriot fans will give him a standing ovation on the way out. We love you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
You know, it's not the end of the season, right? They got more games.
Who does? The Patriots don't. The Chargers don't. Could easily make the hire, bam, on January 8th. Bill Belichick can be introduced as the new general manager and head coach of the Chargers on the 8th of January.
Yeah, but they got 3 more games between now and then.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Patriots aren't doing anything. Chargers aren't doing anything either. They're the 2 worst teams in football. You blow these guys out. You blow out the GM in particular because you already know you have a new GM coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Bill Belichick. And he will run the entire shop, everything. He'll take the contract. Chargers probably give up a 2nd-round pick for Bill.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not getting Belichick for nothing. You're getting Belichick for a premium. But the best coach of all time, you're getting, I mean, Robert Kraft is getting something. He's dictating it to Dean Spano. He's telling Dean Spanos, this is what you're getting. I'm going to give you Belichick. You're going to take his contract. You're going to give me a 2nd-round pick for him.
Man.
But I think it's already done. And they were trying to go to the end of the year. I don't think Dean Spanos wanted to fire anybody in season because it's the first time that the Chargers have fired anybody in season since the 90s. They don't like doing this. They don't like firing teams, firing head coaches in season. So
it's hard to do.
Right? It is. Yeah. I mean, your team did it for
OC. You have to keep playing. Like, guys are playing football.
Right.
It's not like you fire somebody and, you know,
everything changes. Right.
Yeah,
it gets
somebody
better.
could get hurt like that. You got to come in and institute game plans and all this stuff.
Right.
It's hard.
So Herbert's done for the year. It's just the Chargers are a complete. If you're alive in Survivor and you have a chance to bet against the Chargers, there is your team to bet against because they are not winning a football game the rest of the way. They don't want. No one wants to be there, and no one will be there really, except for the high-priced superstar players that they've got, which are many. But they're going to clean house with so many of those players, those fringe players or role players will be replaced. Austin Eckler, what happened to that guy? He fell off a cliff. Like he was a dynamic running back.
Play Buffalo next Saturday night.
Whipped. They will get whipped in that game.
At home.
Whoo, good luck.
The look ahead is 10.
Yeah, make it 20.
Oh, God.
They're going to roll. If the Bills beat the Cowboys, they are going to go into SoFi and just rip apart the Chargers. Easton Stick is bad. That guy is not good. And he doesn't have, his best wide receivers was out for that game. Offensive line is a patchwork at best. I mean, they barely blitzed him. The defense barely had to do anything last night. It's unbelievable to watch. Just complete and total domination in every form or fashion. So to me, look, Brandon Staley is a defensive guy. I think he'll probably get a defensive coordinator spot at some point. But the moment that I almost knew he was fired is that he stopped to give Kaylee Hartung the halftime interview down 42-0. He did a halftime interview down 42-0.
What did he say?
She was like, what do you tell your team? And it was just a word salad of we have to try harder and be better and, refocus. But everybody was like, wow, he stopped. 99 out of 100 coaches are going straight to the locker room. It's the largest deficit in Charger history at half.
Ooh,
it's the largest largest lead in Raider history.
Oh my.
I mean, both those things. We've never seen 42-0 with a Charger and Raider team playing in those games. We've never seen that before. And somehow he stops to give a halftime interview. Whoa. Even he knew. Even he knew he was done.
Just keep the routine,
Yeah, right.
He always does the interview. So I'll do it on the way in. What's the score? 42-0. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good. But 3 teams have gone under by 30 points, then go over by 30 points, but none of them have done it by 35 and 35, which the Raiders just did. 35 under by 35 points in the game. It was 3-0. The total was 40 in their game against the Vikings. And then the total was 34.5, and then to go over by 35 points in back-to-back games in NFL history when it comes to line making. It's a hard team to put a number up for next week, is it not?
Yeah.
Raiders are an enigma.
For sure.
What do you do with them?
Let's see. Who do they play?
Can they make the playoffs?
Stop.
What do you mean stop? They're there, Dave. They're 6-8.
I know.
They're 5-3 at home. They're playing the Chiefs on Christmas.
Right. That's right. Monday night.
Extra long week.
Monday morning. Christmas
extra
morning.
long week.
Christmas morning.
But today is Friday. They play Thursday. They don't play again till next Monday.
Right.
That's almost it's a bye week, basically. I mean, it's ridiculous. You have 3 extra days to prep. While the Chiefs play a game that they can lose on the road.
Wow. The boys said Harbaugh to LA to coach the Chargers.
Jim or John? Jim's not going there.
Jim's not?
No. Why would he leave Michigan to go coach the Chargers? He could coach the Bears. The Bears are right there. But he's not going to leave to go. He's not going to leave Michigan. He wants to stay at Michigan, but the NCAA wants him gone. The Big Ten wants him gone. He wants to stay. They've been negotiating a contract with him for a couple of weeks now, trying to get a deal done. They want him around if they can. I don't think Harbaugh's going to. I don't think Harbaugh to the Chargers makes a ton of sense. Although you could say, look, Herbert, it has everything you want. We talked about it. I said it to you first. Then 50 said it to you on Wednesday. It's the Brady to Tampa move. That's what this is. It's the same thing. When Brady went to Tampa Bay, he walked into the perfect situation to go and win right away. You have Bosa, you have Khalil Mack, you have James, you have Herbert. Rebuild the offensive line. You have 2 very good wide receivers. You have a very good tight end. It ain't hard to win right away in LA if you have a coach who knows what the hell he's doing.
Right.
Now, Josh McDaniels going to be the OC. Okay. That will be pretty fun. Having him both ex-Bronco coach, ex-Raider coach, now the OC of the Chargers. Those games will be fun.
Huh.
You have some rivalries, you have some anger going back and forth there. So I would be in love with that. But Bill wants total control. So that's where he would go. The Raiders.
Just a heads up, April. Yep. Leslie. Hi,
yes.
April. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the chat. She just came in and said after the game, the analyst said that the Raiders were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
That's not true. What are you talking about? NFL Network has them on a graphic this morning where they're 6-8. They may be eliminated from winning the division. They're not eliminated, not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. There's only one team in the entire AFC that's been that. That's the Patriots.
Right.
So that's not true. No, they've not been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. That's wrong. Sorry. You misheard. Because 5-9, the Chargers are 5-9, and they're not eliminated from the playoffs. So Raiders are 6-8.
8-9 is not going to get you in the playoffs.
I don't know, Dave. I mean, look at the numbers, man. I mean, 7-6. Steelers are in the 6th seed at 7-6. Colts are 7-6. Texans are 7-6. Bengals are 7-6. Bills are 7-6, and the Raiders are 6-8. I mean, they're depending on how this week goes, and how it plays out, they need a ton of help, but it's not impossible if they were to beat the Chiefs. Highly unlikely. Beat the Chiefs, then find a way to win your next 2 football games at the end, which is Colts on the road and Broncos at home. They went out. They're 9-8. I mean, they probably don't make it. No, I don't think they're getting in. I think they're out too. But they're going to play hard. They're going to go. It's not going to be like throw your hands up and get blown out at Arrowhead for the Raiders. They're going to go there with a lot of excitement and momentum.
It was funny when we asked Adam yesterday about Pierce getting the job and staying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he kind of was like, what does a guy have to do to get the job here? Bisaccia did the job.
Right.
And got them to the playoffs and 1 play away from beating the Bengals, who actually went to the Super Bowl. And they didn't even, they said they interviewed him and a bunch of other people, and then they went and hired Josh. But what does this guy have to do to get the job?
I thought he would be a stronger candidate because of the comments from Mark Davis about the Bisaccia situation. He said his biggest mistake as an owner was not hiring Bisaccia. That was a huge mistake. So I thought, okay, maybe he does want to give Antonio Pierce. But what Adam Hill from the Review Journal was saying yesterday on the show, which I concur, like the in-game management stuff for Antonio Pierce, he doesn't have a real great track record so far this season of knowing the in-game adjustments and the in-game nuances of being a head coach. He's just not experienced enough to know about it. So like learning on the job, It's really hard to learn how to be a head coach on the job.
Yes,
Your first in be just not a head coach in the NFL, a head coach anywhere. Like your first job being a head coach is in the NFL. That's really difficult. That's a tough sell. So I think that's why he may stay on to be the defensive coordinator, which I think would be smart. But it would depend on who's actually going to get the job and who's coming in, who wants to bring his own people. So I don't know. I think that was a message. That was not to the Chargers. That was a message to Mark Davis. Give me the job.
Wow.
Just set the record for points scored. I mean, the record for points scored in prime time, records for points scored for the Raiders. I mean, they did so many incredible things last night that was the resume. That was give me the job.
We'll see. I don't know.
I don't think he's getting it.
What I would bet no too. After talking to Adam, I would bet no. I would just get the feeling that it's no, but it's weird.
By the way, 63 points were the third most by a team in the Super Bowl era, the second most in NFL history by a team that had been shut out in the previous game. Only 1 point behind 64 points by the 1934 Philadelphia Eagles, who scored that many points against the Cincinnati Reds, who, yes, were a football team at one point in time, not a baseball team. Give you an idea of what the Raiders just did, being up 42-0 at half, 49-0. Myers became the first non-quarterback this century to throw a pass with his team up by at least 40 points. To give you an idea of what that was. Because most often when you're up 42-0, you aren't running trick plays.
Right.
You aren't running trick plays. And the Raiders were absolutely running trick plays.
Yeah.
Up 42-0 last night.
Well, the Dolphins scored 70 on Denver.
They did.
This year. So there's two games where 70 and 63 were scored. I'm telling you, I thought I was having a fever dream. I woke up and I was like, what does that say? Looked at my phone and I was like, 63-21. Then I saw a quick highlight package and I was like, they had a fat guy touchdown, everything. Wow, this guy got to get the job. I literally thought that in my head. But
yeah, fat guy touchdown, cornerback touchdown, wide receiver pass for a touchdown. They had everything in that game. I mean, the Raiders had absolutely everything in that game. All right, to tomorrow we go.
Yep.
Bengals, Minnesota. Money coming in here on Cincinnati. Number is up to 3.5 at certain books. Total is 40.5. This feels like a dead under game, does it not?
Yeah.
Like this feels like a boring, low scoring, maybe not 3-0 like the Vikings Raider game.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's in some form of like a 14-10 type final.
How do you feel when you get another quarterback starting? A lot of times when I get a new quarterback starting a game, I like to take that team, especially if he's had the whole week of prep. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the defense is not prepared?
Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of like, hey, we got the backup plan. We got to know what we can and cannot do, which is mostly cannot. We cannot do this. We cannot do that. Let's keep it tight. And then, yeah, the other team's not, has no tape, all that other stuff, whatever. But that was a lot of times initial thought. I like to take backup quarterbacks, but not here. I'm not crazy about this game at all.
No. I mean, I guess my pushback.
Painted 3. It's painted 3. There's one place it's 3.5 right now that I see.
Okay, there's 3 this morning. Now they're buying it back down. My problem is that Josh Dobbs wasn't like the quote starter.
Right.
So my issue with saying that like here comes Nick Mullins and he's going to do what Josh Dobbs couldn't. The Vikings wouldn't be anywhere near the conversation for the postseason if it wasn't for what Josh Dobbs did when he came over. So I'm a little bit hesitant to say that Nick Mullins is going to step in and do even more or take this offense to the next level because Josh Dobbs didn't. And he was playing very well. Justin Jefferson, there's some who believe that the benching of Dobbs to the third string, by the way, not even second string, but third string, had to be with some of the conversations and comments he had said about Justin Jefferson after the game. So that like he wasn't going to force feed the ball to him and, he wasn't really open. So There might
Put
be
it
some
in the chat.
internal
This is the first
stuff.
one. When you guys watch the show, we put up these polls where you can vote, participate in the show. We really enjoy when you do that. Bengals -3, Vikings +3. Who you got? Like I just looked it down, and AOWN said, as a Vikings fan, I hate to say it, but the Bengals are the side. Do you agree or disagree?
I do. Under in the Bengals.
You like Bengals and under?
Yeah, I like Bengals and under.
40.5.
I just don't think the Vikings offense is going to do anything. And the Bengals defense is not good, but they've done enough the last couple of weeks, and they played well last week. And I'm not in on Browning the way that everybody else is. I think it's kind of like the Josh Dobbs situation, that the book's going to be out on him at some point, and he'll come back down to earth. But he's got weapons. I mean, he's got guys to throw to that you would love to throw to. So, I mean, the Vikings, I don't think are going to be able to hold them down completely. Since he scores 17 points, do they not?
At least.
So I don't think Minnesota scores 17. Touchdown, 2 field goals for the Vikings.
Ooh.
Barring Browning throwing picks or fumbling the football. That would be the one caveat. But
right.
If he's not turning the ball over, if Browning keeps track of the football, I think the Vikings are going to be in trouble scoring.
What's the weather's? Oh, we'll check that.
It's fine.
Probably
I
check
looked at it.
Yeah, won't be
It's
bad.
fine. 40. I mean, it's typical December.
Right.
Nothing fun, but nothing awful.
Jeez, overwhelming so far voting.
Bengals?
Overwhelming on the Bengals. -3.
Yeah.
Woo.
Steelers. Money coming in. Numbers down to 1.5.
Yeah. I
Total's
fell
42.
for it. I used the Steelers in that contest.
You fell for it too.
Yeah, I took the points.
Why?
I think they're going to win the game.
I need them to win this game.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the game. I
bounce back.
looked at it and said the best unit on the field is the Steelers defense. They're going to win the
is.
game somehow. They are going to win the game. Whether, Watt gets a touchdown, they get a turnover that leaves them a short field. Something's going to happen. Where the Steelers defense wins them the game. That's the only handicap I got. Like I got nothing.
This is the game I'm really looking forward to watching tomorrow. I'm very interested. I'm invested financially, but I'm also very interested because I want to see what this team, because if they can win this game, the Steelers can make the playoffs and have Kenny Pickett back for them to be in the playoffs with Pickett as the starting quarterback. He's not playing this week. He probably won't play next week. But if they can win this game, they got a halfway decent shot at making the postseason. They've got the 6th seed at the moment. They win this game. They go to 7-6. They're tied with the Colts. So the Colts will be 7-7.
No, they're 7-6 now. They'll be 8-6, right?
No, yeah. Sorry, Colts will be 7-7. They'll be 8-6, right? 7-6 now. So they'd be 8-6, and they would not have a stranglehold. But we'll see what happens with the Broncos. The Texans are going to be without C.J. Stroud. The Bengals are playing right before them, so they'll know. It could be a chance to really kind of get, not really breathing room, but kind of solidify their shot at making the playoffs as the 6 or the 7 seed if they can win this game on the road.
Wow, Brooke Peterson just came in the chat and says he's headed to Indy for the game in the BetMGM suite.
Oh, nice.
Fun, Brooke. That's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, because then the Bengals are at home, the Seahawks are on the road, and the Ravens are on the road for the Steelers.
Right.
The Ravens game may not matter. Seahawks game will be tough, but I mean, this is 3 of the next 4 for the Steelers are on the road. Yuck. Man, those losses last 2 weeks were bad.
Yeah. Don't this. Yeah.
Really bad. Really
Put this in the chat. 1.5. Because we got a lot of people from Indy, a lot of people from Indiana that are Colts fans in this group that watch.
This could be a little bit biased. My God, 84% on the Bengals. Woo!
84%.
Okay.
Yikes. On a -3. That's not supposed to be that way.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
That's heavy.
Buyer beware. Buyer beware if you got the Bengals.
That's heavy.
Oh, my. Yeah. 1.5. Indy minus, Steelers plus. Yikes. This is going to be
Jason Casey, you're right. A lot of us have Steelers over 8.5 wins. You're right. A lot of us are in.
Oh, yeah. Well, that fact notwithstanding, who's going to win this game?
Outright?
42 is the total. No, just put 1.5 because that's the spread right now.
Okay.
It's 42.5. Game goes over, don't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Indoors?
Silly game. Yeah, it's a silly game. I feel like it's a silly game where you have something happen again with the turnovers, and I don't know. That's my first thought. You? It's hard to like a Steelers game
Under.
over. Yeah.
I like it under, but I just my problem is Gardner Minshew is so turnover prone,
Right.
that you could get it over just like last night. It's just
not like last night.
No, but I mean, like, there's just turnovers like crazy. He's fumbling the football. He's getting picked off. Like, this is where Mike Tomlin is at his best. Everyone has written this team off. Everyone's writing Mike Tomlin off. Everyone's saying they can't win with Trubisky. Everyone's saying they're on the road 3 of the next 4 games. The team is dead. This is what he does. He works best when nobody believes in him. He sucks as a favorite. He sucks when people are like, Steelers are great. He's one of the best I've ever seen in football in this exact spot.
Oh,
where nobody believes. I mean, they're dogs on the road to a Colt team that has a backup quarterback journeyman with arguably, on paper, one of the best defenses in the NFL. I drink the Kool-Aid with Mike Tomlin. I like him a lot. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a really talented coach, and I think he's going to have a lot. I think he's a lot left in the tank to give either Steelers or somebody else.
At least this poll's realistic so far. This is changing between 52% and 48% and 50% and 50% and
going back and forth.
It's jumping back and forth. Yeah. So if you haven't voted, go in there and vote. Steelers plus 1.5, Colts minus 1.5. I don't know. I can't wait to watch it. I know that because I think we'll learn
a lot.
Enough where we'll know. Listen, everybody's kind of circling the wagons on the playoffs and like what they're going to do and all this other stuff. Are both of these teams a bet against in the first game in the playoffs if they make it?
I mean, the Steelers are a hammer against if they make it. I mean, they're an absolute hammer against if they're in. They get destroyed in the playoffs.
Why?
Because they're going to be on the road, most likely.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to play a team that's got a good offense. And they're not going to be able to score to keep up.
I don't know. We'll see what the matchup is, but
they go to Miami.
It's an automatic blowout. I don't know.
They go to Miami. They go to Buffalo. They go.
Wow. Tomlin will be in Washington next year.
That's possible. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the right type of fit for him to go there. Stays in the region. He'll really be a rival now of the Ravens. They're going to move the team to Virginia, make everybody really mad.
They're already really mad. There's a lot of people down there that are mad about that.
Furious at that. Really mad at the ownership group for doing this. Yeah.
With the basketball team and the hockey team too, especially those games. I mean, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, they want to move. They want to move everything to North. I mean, it makes sense though. It's just like all the New York teams, the football teams at least, being moved out of the city and moved to New Jersey. It's the same thing. Just DC is small. It's tight. It's hard to get around. Hard to find space to build a real stadium.
Right.
Go out to the Northern Virginia area. Up to that. What is that called? Not the Research Triangle. That's in North Carolina. The Northern Virginia. I live there. I forget the name of it though. But the Old Town Alexandria West area of Virginia. It's the per capita. It's the most wealthiest part of the country.
Oh,
to that in Silicon Valley. I mean, it's right outside the Beltway. It's all of the lobbyists and all of the people in government, and there's tons of money out there. So it makes a lot of sense to go out there, rather than have them make them come down into the city. Into Landover, Maryland, in that area, moving into Virginia. So I'll be curious to see how that whole thing, when basketball and hockey move, football is going to move. It'll change DC a lot. But
you ever go to a game in like a remote arena like that. I never forget the first time I went, because in Pittsburgh it's right downtown. The city, the stadium's always been right
Gillette's
down.
remote.
Okay, so you all right? So
like
you
that.
have right?
Yeah, Gillette's like
So-
that. Gillette's far from Boston.
Okay, I had never done that until I went to see Jordan play in Cleveland,
Right.
and I dragged my mom. I'm like, we're going to Cleveland to watch Jordan play. She's like, what? I'm going to go myself. She's like, well, I'll go with you. So we went. And the arena wasn't anywhere near Cleveland. Richfield Coliseum was like 45 minutes through some wooded area and all this other stuff. And I drove out, and I'm like, you don't know that when you watch the games on TV and when you don't get a feel for that. And I was like, this stinks.
Well, they changed that though, because they built Quicken Loans Arena is downtown.
It's downtown, right?
Yeah.
But that was the first time I had ever seen that. And I mean, I guess it makes sense if this is one of the wealthiest places in the country, or Virginia, where they're moving it away from all the city stuff. Because a lot of times those people won't go into the city to see the games, right? You bring the games to them.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what you do.
The basketball is the real anger, because the basketball team has a lot of fans in DC. Capital fans, there aren't that many hockey fans in the actual city of DC. But, football, going to the other side of DC, where you're going to go from Landover, Maryland, you're going to go over, you're going to go up. And so you take it to Virginia. It's making a lot of people angry that all the stuff is going to be headed towards Virginia and not in DC per se. Okay. You still call it Washington, right? You're still going to call it the Washington moniker, because
what
remember
call them the Virginia.
I know, but the Nationals have the same issue. Well, look, the Jets and the Giants are called New York, and they play in Jersey, so like it's been done before. It's just one of those things where there's people who are from the DC city and they feel like they're losing everything, like losing basketball, hockey, football. Like they're losing everything to Virginia. It doesn't make them feel all that warm and fuzzy.
What if you put a book in that arena?
They will.
No, they put a book in the downtown arena.
Yeah. Right.
Well, the business walk up you get when there's a game is good. Now there's going to be no games.
Right. The DC. Yeah. There. But there's rumors that the DC lottery, they're going to pack up shop and not keep taking bets in DC. There's all DC rumors of like, there's no business in DC.
There's no business anywhere.
Well, but there's no business in DC. So there's rumors that the business in DC is the lottery is gonna pack up shop and be like, you know what, don't worry, because the surrounding states all have better odds. So if you live in DC and you actually bet, you're going outside the state outside of DC to go bet. You're going to Virginia where they've got multiple books. They're going to Maryland where they got multiple books. You're just not gonna sit around and just suck it up and be like, okay, fine, we've seen the odds in DC, they're horrible. You know anything about gambling, you look at the odds, you're like, why am I paying this juice on this?
Right, you can't bet there. Yeah.
This is stupid. Like, I'm not doing that. I'll go somewhere else. I'll drive the 20 minutes across, because that's the thing about that part of the country. Multiple states within a half-hour drive. Like, it's not that, if you want to get your bet down, you can do it on a Sunday morning, just go for a drive.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Put it in the chat, boys and girls. Arena you've been to that's like a remote place. Because we had somebody come in that says Richfield Coliseum, who is this Boss 429. Hi, Boss. Welcome. Richfield Coliseum was a fun venue. I don't care what anyone says. It was a fun venue. I only went once, but it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Gillette Stadium's in the middle of nowhere.
Gillette Stadium like that. These guys are
middle of nowhere.
Palace at Auburn Hills.
Yep, that too.
It's just like that.
Yep, middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's a lot of places that are like that. That's why here in town, everyone was so nervous about where they were going to build the football stadium, because they're like, you can't build it off the strip. It's got to be by the strip. And we're like, where the hell are you putting a football? And then they found a place to put the football stadium, which was like, oh, okay. You missed it last night, because it was really pretty funny, because Herb Street, like Al Michaels wanted to be anywhere else except where he was last night.
Oh, are you serious?
Al was.
You know how hard it is to do a 63-21 game? Oh,
he was so mad. So they started doing, let's talk about Vegas. So they do like this wide shot of Las Vegas, and they start talking about the Sphere. They spent like 5 minutes talking about the Sphere, and like Herb Street's like, wow, that seems to be really far away. And Michaels is like, no, it's a block off the strip. It's not far, but you have to walk there. It's really annoying. Like, they have to fix that. Like, I felt so bad for Herb Street, because the generational gap between the two of them was like really apparent, like really, really loud. And you could tell like they didn't have the experience or like, like when you and I are doing Sports Grid, if the games suck, we're going to pivot to something else and we're going to have a conversation about what, we're going to ask a question or we're going to joke around.
Right.
79 and 48, 49. Al
Michaels is 79 years old.
I believe so. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Wow.
So you have a massive generational gap between the two guys, and there's no chemistry. There's no common ground. And the second half was awkward.
Oh my gosh.
It was awesome. I was loving every second of it. I was like, this is so good. Like I was dying laughing. I was like, man alive.
Does Al need to be done?
Well, he is going to be done.
Asking the questions.
Yeah, right he is going to be done. I mean, NBC. Suppose the rumor is that Al Michaels told NBC he wasn't going to do the Taylor Swift stuff. And so Al Michaels, there's a shot that NBC's got a playoff game against the Chiefs with the Chiefs. And so they put in Ian Eagle's kid instead. Who will be more in line with the pop culture target demographic that NBC is trying to attract. It's a massive mistake. Al is right. Al is right. Okay. Al is right. No one gives a fuck about Taylor Swift who's watching football.
There it is. We went a whole 45 minutes until you dropped one. And sorry, Will, he did it. I didn't see it coming, but we can do that on this show because it's our show. So fire away. I've been saying this for a long time. I'm glad you've come to the other side.
I've always been on this side. I was okay with the story in the beginning for the first time. It was neat. It was cool. First time. Second time was annoying. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time. And then Entertainment Tonight put out the stupidest story in the world that why Travis Kelce missed her birthday because he's so committed to this season. It's like, can we not have non-football people talk about football players? Because him being there at the party, that would have been the problem. Not him being at practice on Wednesday, preparing for the Patriots. We'll get to that.
This is what's happening with a lot of things. When you have people talking about stuff that you go, wait, why? It's annoying. It's absolutely annoying.
It's just stupid. I mean, it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? And who is responsible for covering this crap? Because it's frustrating to sit there and go, that he can't be there, right? Like, that like AJ Hawk said it this morning. It was really pretty funny on Pat's show. He was like, this is like Pop Warner thing. Imagine telling your Pop Warner team, I'm not coming to practice because I have to go to my girlfriend's birthday party. Like you're kicked off the team. like you're 10 years old. Your coach is like, yeah, you're gone, kid. Go ahead. Like you can't tell your coach, I'm going to my girlfriend's birthday party. And that's why I'm not going to be at practice for today, or I'm going to leave and go up there. I'll be back. But he comes back sick or he comes back tired or whatever it might be. Yeah. Like you just can't do that. Like you get yourself into a whole So Entertainment Tonight's article, I was like, oh my gosh, they had people talking actually on the record about this crap. It was great.
Wait, hold on. Watch this. Hold on.
What are we doing?
Hold on.
You're putting something on the air.
Hello, Jessica. Hi, I'm on the air with Matt right now. How are you?
Oh.
And you're on the air now too, because you're calling in and I put you on speakerphone. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Don't sound so excited. Everybody can hear you.
Medicine?
I took
need
our
you
medicine.
To take medicine at noon.
I did. I took the medicine. I did. We're doing roll call Friday, and then
fever?
I had the fever when I woke up, but I don't have the fever now. I just took my temperature before we started, and it was 99.5.
Okay, so it's going down, and you took Tylenol again at noon.
I took it this morning. No, I'm taking it at 1. You said every 6 hours.
You took it at 6 in the morning.
Oh, all right. I'll go take it right now.
Please.
Okay. Are you out buying New Heights, more New Heights products?
That's on order. It just hasn't been yet. They have a starter jacket.
Here we go.
Excited about it.
Oh my.
Really?
Oh my.
Yes.
Why do you make fun of me with all my starter stuff, and now you're going to go get a jacket?
It's for the 97%ers. On New
Goodbye, dear.
Are you feeling better?
I'm
You're
wiping
doing
my
the
nose
show.
and fighting through it. Yes, I'm
You're
doing the show.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
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 You're not horizontal, so that's good. It's better.
Right.
What is the 97%er thing again? What is that?
It's like the brigade.
I know,
That's
but
what they
why?
call it.
Who are the 3%? Am I part of the 3%? Who is the 3%?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, it's interesting. Lions are the side according to the Sharps. Where are you on Denver, Detroit?
The Lions are the side?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about this. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Seeing a lot of people say Lions.
I get
Lions.
Denver. I like Denver. I think a game's close. No?
I really don't know. I can make a really strong case for both teams. I can make a case for the over and the under. Jared Goff.
Number's perfect. It has to be over a field goal.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's in Detroit.
Yep.
Denver's on the second game of the road.
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back road, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be a little bit extra, which is fine. Detroit's got to win this football game.
They have to. Yep.
Detroit has to win
but
this
Denver
football
does
game,
too,
boys.
though. I mean, there are so many games like this where both teams must win. I mean, Steelers, Indy, both teams must win. Bengals, Minnesota, both teams must win.
Daniel G
Mhm.
is going to be on location. He's going to the game.
Nice. Fun game. A lot of folks look like the Lions here to bounce back. This is their comeback. This is the bounce back
It's
spot.
not an easy game.
Nope. Not with the way that defense is playing. No way.
Third
This is a
straight road game for Denver.
lying through this game. I am not betting this game. This is a really hard game to play. I feel much better about the other two. Much better with the other two.
Lions thump them. Let's put it in the chat.
People think so.
Put it in the chat. They're saying it right now. Chat's flowing. Man,
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
while you do that, I'm gonna go take that medicine because now she's watching the show. Jess, I'm taking it right now. It's
How are you
30
taking
minutes late. Like my body won't know that I'm taking it at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, will it?
No, but when when the other medicine wears off, you will. That's the problem.
She said take it every 6 hours. If I take it every 6 and then a 7,
No, it's
I'll take it. I'll be right back. Hold on.
okay. Go take it. I'll put this poll up for you guys. You guys can tell us what you think about Lions and the Broncos. I don't like this. I like the under in the first game, Bengals, Minnesota. I like Steelers plus 1.5. I do not know what to do with this game at all, simply because the Lions are turnover prone with Jared Goff and against this defense for Denver, which has been playing very well. Danger. The problem is I love fading teams that are on a second game of a back-to-back, and this is the second road trip back-to-back for the Broncos. Have they fixed everything? Is Russ going to play well? Is he going to take advantage of some of those secondary problems that the Lions have had this year? Big receivers for Denver. Can they run the ball? Probably not. Hutchinson, can he get after Russ? It's going to be an interesting situation. I don't know what to do with this. In-game bet maybe, but standalone Saturday night game. A lot of people watching, a lot of people paying attention to it. This makes me worried about both teams and both quarterbacks. So I don't know what to make of the game at all. It's one of those, like, we'll see. In-game betting it, not betting this pre at all.
No.
Chief money coming in. Got down to 7.5, up to 8. Totals 37.5. Where does the Chief Patriot line close?
Let's see. Oh, wow. Up to 8.5 again. Hello.
Yeah.
9 in one place. Wow.
Right back to the opener.
Good move. This is great. That's fun. I still think Kansas City blows them out.
Blows them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is 20-0 a blowout?
Well, wins by double digits. That's all. I think Kansas City covers. I do.
I think this move is the books protecting against teasers.
Well, it has to be. Yeah.
I think this is a teaser move because I see 8 and I was like, tease that. I was like,
Right.
pull that down. I was
Yeah.
like, absolutely tease the hell out of
Yeah.
that. Like 8.5, pull that thing down. 2.5, get below a touchdown. Or
Right.
get below a field goal. Pull that number down. Like I was like, I didn't think this was money. I thought it was like, okay, Chief money might be coming in, but it feels like the books are getting hit with teasers and they're moving it up to protect against teasers.
What did the Steelers poll finish?
The Steelers poll finished. It was close. It was 51-49.
Wow.
Steelers.
Good number. Wow. All right, we'll go vote on the Denver Detroit game. That one's going to be close too. The numbers are right. Like, listen,
This late in the year.
we've
right?
talked about it many, many times over the years. Talk about it now. We'll talk about it hopefully when we're doing the show in 10 years as well. The numbers get better as the season goes on. It's
Sharper and
really,
sharper.
really tough
Yeah.
to win a lot, like as you get later in the year, or comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, you're going to lay 3 in a game, and it's going to finish. They're going to win by 14. It's not happening too much. Like there's not a lot of games like last night where it's a 3-point spread and it's a low total,
63,
right?
21, right?
Now I think that happens more with the non-playoff teams, right?
Yeah.
So
Patriots,
like this,
right? Yeah.
This is
right.
a hard game,
right?
To play because you have a team. What the hell happened here? Decline that.
In Belichick, the news came out this week that Belichick's leaving.
Right. How do you handicap that?
No, other than bet on the Patriots. That's it. That's the only way. If you're going to use that as part of your handicap, you're betting on the Patriots. Otherwise, you're betting the Chiefs.
But what if you what if you're in that room and you go, "Oh man, he's leaving. Fuck this. Finally."
Nah. No, you don't play for Belichick. No. No one has ever said that. Okay. The only ones that have ever said that.
Hasn't been easy to play for a lot of guys.
The only ones who've ever said that are the ones that got traded away or not re-signed. They're the ones who've always cried and whined because Belichick did them dirty. The guys who are in that right now, the guys who are in that locker room, they're not going to MF him on the way out the door. You know what you're in year 24, you know what Bill Belichick is. You know what, when you come to the Patriots, you know what you're getting.
You don't know now. He's leaving.
Well, you're right, but my gut tells me he wants to go out and tell everybody, remember who I am.
Doesn't even matter if he's going to the Chargers already.
Oh, I think it does. I think he wants to leave a legacy. It's 24 years. He would love to smack the Chiefs one more time.
It's an interesting game.
In particular,
Really
if he's going to the Chargers, in particular, beating the Chiefs with the Patriots would even be better because then he goes into the division. Now he's like, I'm here.
Right.
I beat you with that roster.
Right.
I'm coming in with this roster. Good luck. I've just upgraded. I've gone, I've gone from the Chevy Volt to a Maserati. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So, Cleveland hosting Chicago, total 38.
It's a really interesting game.
We're going to back Flacco. I backed him last week. Should we back him again? Again, both teams need this game.
You want Fields on the road?
Nope. Against that defense? Nope.
You want to talk about a dead under?
Yeah.
This feels like a dead under.
Yeah.
Numbers,
but
I thought it was 38. Under. I mean, for a game in Cleveland and a cross-conference game, it's perfect. Numbers.
I bet over last week when Bears on the road, Bears at home against the Lions, and it went under 43, landed 41.
Right.
So I'm probably gonna stay away from the total. I just like Cleveland here to win this game.
Yeah, this is. But the Bears can win.
The Browns and the Cowboys this year are mirror images of the way they play at home versus on the road. They are completely different teams at home than on the road. You don't score on Cleveland at home. You just don't. Bears are not going to move the football. That's why the game may go under, but I'm more comfortable with Cleveland.
Bears defense has been pretty good.
It has, but Flacco's, he's got $75,000 every game reasons to win. Every win in the regular season, he gets $75K for every win. He gets $250K for a wild card win, gets $500,000 for a divisional win, gets $1 million if he wins the AFC.
Wow.
The ultimate incentive contract.
Wow. How about that?
Yep. So financially, let's go, Joe.
Put that in the chat then right now. We got Chicago and Cleveland. Cleveland -3, Bears +3. Wow. I think there's a lot of support for the Bears.
There always is.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of support for the Bears. I think this one will get probably even votes.
51-49 Broncos, by the way.
What is it?
59-41 Broncos.
51-49. Wow. That's another example of a good number.
Right on the nose.
That's all you could ask for. Yeah. Wow. Some of the chat. Ross Boss 429 said Flacco's really tossing that ball.
He is. And they're at home. That defense, when they're at home, I'm not playing around.
JC from KC says Flacco always wins in Cleveland. Matty Kearns, Flacco doesn't lose in the Cleveland Stadium, LOL.
That's it. So it looks like our Instagram feed just died.
Did it?
We had a lot of people on Instagram.
Awesome.
It's pretty good. They wanted me to start. So we've had trouble with your Instagram feed. This is all brand new, though. This is new for them. It says,
okay,
if you ended it on Instagram, then this is expected. If not, and this continues, try creating a new Instagram stream. I'm not really interested in doing that, to be honest with you. So, we're gonna, maybe off Instagram, but that was fun for an hour.
Emerson was watching us on Instagram.
Oh, good. That's good. So
yeah,
that was an hour long Instagram. Maybe they cut you off after an hour and say, hey, that's enough, because we were on an hour straight. We were on Instagram, so maybe just the first hour of the show gets to go on Instagram, and then everything else gets cut off. I don't know.
That's fine. We're going to get ready to do Roll Call Friday in 15 minutes anyway.
That's possible. Dolphins, Jets. Hill is questionable. Numbers down to 9.
Line through this game. You want anything to do with this game?
If Hill doesn't play, I think that there's a real decent shot at the Jets being in the game.
Total's 37.
Mm-hmm. The Jets won't score. But
how in the hell do you? This is a brutal game.
It is, but without Tyreek Hill, Dolphins better win this game. They got Dallas and Buffalo left.
Otto said it was probably the F-bomb that got you stopped on the Instagram feed.
No. You can swear on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
I've seen that before. I've seen swears on Instagram Live. You can't show boobs like that, but you can you can swear.
I don't want nothing to do with this game.
I don't know, man. This is going to be. I think this is awesome. If you're a Bills fan, you are so pulling. Your favorite quarterback is Zach Wilson. If they can somehow win this game, the Dolphins can lose the division. The Bills can win the AFC East. 100% possible.
If the Dolphins lose.
No. Dolphins win this game and lose the next 3, and the Bills win out.
Right.
Bills beat the Dolphins by 20 in their first game. The last game of the season is Buffalo versus Miami in Miami. That game can be for it all. For the
division?
AFC. For the AFC East.
Can you imagine what a big game that is? Because you go from probably the 2 seed to the 5 or the 6. Oh, wow.
So,
I don't want to. Again, don't know. Like, it's literally line through it. I have no opinion, no nothing. There's 5 games that I looked at this week, and I went nothing. I don't know. This is one of them.
Tough game. Green Bay's laying 3.5 at home against Tampa.
It's another one of those.
I brought this up for you because you talked about this yesterday. You like this game, do you not?
It's Tampa or nothing.
This is a line through game for me. I want no part of this game.
Oh yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
I want no part of this game.
This game games I like the Saturday games more than the Sunday games. But yeah, what about the Houston Tennessee game?
Don't care about that game, to be honest.
Why?
With you. It's just without CJ Stroud being in the game, the Titans are out of it. And they played really well last week.
Right.
Beat the Dolphins. But,
Yes.
I mean, they're going to beat the Texans. They're going to win. Texans are going to play themselves out of the playoffs.
And they're wearing the Oilers stuff. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
It's pretty insulting. Yeah, it's pretty insulting. We'll see how that goes down.
Dead under. That game's a dead under.
Right. Biggest game of the day is Dallas at Buffalo.
This is the game, Perrault.
Yep. This is the game on Sunday.
This is the game.
I like Buffalo.
Buffalo better win.
Dallas is just a different team on the road. Like, that's one of the Dak Prescott stuff. I have a tough time with the MVP conversation with Dak because there's such a different team on the road. Like, I watched Dak against Brock Purdy, and what happened? Head to head, Brock destroyed the Cowboy defense. Dak couldn't do anything. If I was voting MVP, if you give me two options, Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy, I'm voting Brock Purdy.
Well, that's what those are the two favorites, right?
Yeah, the head-to-head matchup to me matters. It matters a ton.
Put this in the chat. Buffalo -2.
How many different polls do you want to run today?
Well, no, this is good. This is the game. This is the game of the week. I think you're going to get a perfect division of this falls 55-45 or less, meaning the percentages. This is one of those ones I really don't think anybody knows.
I don't know.
Over. I don't know. This is not definitive at all.
Really? So you really like Dallas to win a game on the road at Buffalo with their season on the line?
They could. I'm not saying they can't. Excuse me. I'm not saying they can't.
Right.
I'm not. But we'll find out if Dallas is for real. They go on the road and win this game. It's right near the top of the whole thing. Super Bowl contenders, everything. This is a big game for Dallas. It's a big game for both.
Dallas goes there and wins. It'll prove a ton to me. I'll be a believer in Dallas. I'm not a believer in Dallas at the moment. I think they can win as the 1 seed. I think Dallas could wind up here in Vegas. I don't think anyone's going to Dallas and beating them in a big game this year.
Oh, my.
I just don't think they're going to have home field throughout the entire postseason, and I don't like them on the road. I think this game closes at 3. I think the late move, the late money move comes in on Buffalo.
They're sitting and waiting. There's no way this game goes to 3. No way. No way. They're going to wait and wait and wait. Somebody's trying to wait them out, but
it's up from 1.5 to 2.
Yeah, there's a couple places that went back to 1.5 today. The rest are 2s, and Circus trying to find that Dallas money at 2.5 right now. It's the only 2.5 in the market that I see. I didn't look at DraftKings or FanDuel. I don't know. I'm leaning Buffalo too, but the game plays to the over, no?
Most likely because it involves two defenses that give up big plays.
I'm going to ask like CBW up in upstate New York what it's going to be like up there weather-wise.
Didn't we see yesterday? It's going to be okay, right?
Yeah, moderate, high temperatures in the 50.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, some rain.
So,
Otto just put it in there. 50 and rain in Buffalo on Sunday.
It's fine. Yeah. I mean, the rain helps Buffalo, but I don't know. I think Josh Allen throws a pick like he always does. Dak throws a pick like he always does.
Right. If you're teasing the side, would you take Dallas?
No.
Really?
No. Mm-mm. You give me the number down to Buffalo at a pick, and I can tease the Bills to +6. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I like the Bills a lot in this game. I just their backs are against the wall. It's a must-win situation. They've got momentum. They just won on the road. If they lose this game, the win last week means nothing. They know that. Dallas is 10-3. The likelihood of them winning the division is small. It's not. They know they lose the tiebreaker to Philadelphia. So I don't know. I just think Buffalo's got more to play for. They're more in desperation mode than the Bills are.
There's 3 games in the afternoon window: San Francisco, Arizona, Washington, and the Rams, and this game.
This is the game.
Who in the hell is watching those other 2 games, even in their local markets?
Me.
You have an interest in one of those 2 games?
I'll have all 3 of them on the screen.
Oh,
I'll have a try box going on it. It'll be great. I'll watch all 3. It's always fun to watch them just to see what's going on.
Kyle Meyer just came in and said the pick numbers on DraftKings: Allen minus 150, Prescott minus 130 to throw pick.
Why don't the books put up props as to both QBs throw a pick? Give us a number on that.
Just parlay them together. That's all. Minus 150 and minus.
Some books don't let you do that. Some books you can't parlay props.
Minus 150, minus 130 is probably about plus $2, plus 220, somewhere in that neighborhood. Just doing the math. Yeah, they should. With games like this, there's gonna be a lot of eyeballs on this game. You like over or under?
Over.
Turnovers. Over too.
The weather was crappy. I'd say under, but with the total, with the type of game I expect, I expect it to be over.
Right.
Ravens Jags up to 3.5 at some books. Ravens on the side, right? I mean, this is going to be a downward spiral.
You think it's as easy?
Downward spiral for the Jags.
The boys are leaving you super chats for doing all the polls. Thank you.
No, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I like the Ravens. I think the Ravens win this game.
I do too. The 1 seed is right there.
Find out about Jacksonville. Can they win? Sure, but
just don't believe in them. I did for a long time. This latest swoon is just Bengals, Browns, Ravens is a horrific 3-game stretch.
Yeah, but you come home.
Prime time, Sunday night. It doesn't mean much. Jags home field. I mean, like, come on. Like,
gonna get Emerson all mad at us.
It's just the truth. It's just the Jaguars home field advantage. It's just not really all that great. It's prime time, Sunday night. Jags are 3-4 at home. Ravens are 5-1 on the road.
The Ravens have been leading every game they've played.
Yep.
Except for like 10 minutes. Like all the minutes played in the games, they've been leading the game for like every game, but like 10 minutes total.
Yeah. And this too. You have ETN, questionable. Zay Jones, questionable. Right.
Right.
All your best players are the one guys you're going to need on offense for this offense to work are questionable.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk, IR.
It seems obvious. Why is the line only 3?
It's 3.5.
I got painted 3s here. You got some heavy 3s though. 3 minus 20, which I just don't like. Why? Yeah, there's 1 3.5. DraftKings. Total surprised me being this low. This is over. No,
probably, but it's Sunday night.
Hate when I like all these overs. Like
it's been such a consistent under, but Sunday night's been such a consistent under.
I know, but no.
So it's too consistent. I won't play it. I rather lay it with the Ravens. Personally, just bet the Ravens.
I like the Ravens too.
All right, so guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Omaha Steaks Searing hot take of the day, and then we're gonna get into Roll Call Friday. Okay, so start to get ready, start to line up, telling us where you are, and we will begin it on the other side of this. Okay, so the guys at Omaha Steaks, I talked to them yesterday. They wanted me to stress here, okay? If you guys are waiting, you should be thinking about making your order as early as you can, okay? They're getting inundated. A lot of people are buying the meat, as Dave tells you to do it. The promo code is BvB when you go to omahasteaks.com. If you're going to do it, they want to guarantee it gets there by Christmas or by the holiday season, New Year's, wherever you're going to be sending it, because they're about to get very, very busy. This is a great gift, okay? I've had it. Dave has had it. We've had it sent to our houses. It shows up on the doorstep. It's pretty cool. The cooler that it comes in, is reusable. It's actually a really cool cooler because it floats.
Yeah.
So I've had buddies of mine taking it fishing, like their favorite fishing cooler, throw it in the back and spill some ice in it, and you're good to go with that. This is going directly to your loved one, your boss, your family, your friend. Right now, 50% off site-wide going on at omahasteaks.com. The promo code is BvB at checkout. When you do that, you will save $30 off your order. Tender, juicy, butcher's cut fillets, burgers, jumbo franks. Emerson loves those. He's sending us pictures with him eating those hot dogs.
I know.
Great stuff with that. Omaha Steaks, you have the unbelievable quality, guaranteed 100% money back satisfaction, guaranteed at omahasteaks.com. The promo code is BVB. Visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of the 50% off site-wide plus $30 off at checkout with BVB for $30 off. Minimum order may be required. If I told you, Dave, you go to a football game this weekend and it would cost you 50 cents and it was an NFL football game, would you go?
First of all, I wouldn't believe you.
There is your Falcons and your Panthers ticket price.
50 cents.
50 cents. Tickets for Panthers start in the upper deck at 50 cents on the secondary market.
Didn't even know that could go that low.
50 cents. If the tickets cost more to print them off than it does to go to the game, shouldn't you just go to the game?
Well, they don't print them off anymore. Perrault, they just put them on your phone. So
50 cents. Tickets for Panthers Falcons. 45 cents they start.
I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but like I don't think I would go if they paid me to go.
You wouldn't go if they paid you to go.
To Atlanta, Carolina?
Yeah.
It's an NFL game, yes, but like we had tickets last night. We didn't go. It was an NFL game. We would have seen a scoregami.
You were sick though.
21.
And
we live 15 minutes away.
Right.
I know I was sick, but you said you wouldn't go. You wouldn't go to this game for 50 cents.
I was texting the people that had offered me tickets, and I was like, if you had told me there were 6-3 points in the game, maybe I would have gone.
Right? That was a long game. It had to be a long game.
It was a long game. Yeah.
I would not go. Would you go for 50 cents?
Yeah, I'd go.
You would not go.
I would.
Atlanta in Carolina.
Yeah, because I could leave whenever I want and not feel bad about it. I know I just walk out and be like, I'm done. I'm good. Don't need to be here anymore. Be easy.
Don't forget the $50 in fees. Is there fees?
I don't know. It's a very good question.
No, that's terrible. 50 cents, but $50 in fees. That'd be a tough one to swallow. I wouldn't.
But it could be expensive. Yes, fees could come into play for sure. But maybe it's like $25. Fees,
guys, if you haven't already, put your area code, 3-digit area code in the city you're watching the show from right now, or listening to the show if you're driving around or you're at work or whatever you're doing. We're going to get to Roll Call Friday here in a couple minutes, but I got to get everybody in there. I don't think this is what happens in the NFL in December. There's a lot of not meaningful games.
Right. And people are busy.
And I mean, Carolina, at least it's nice. Like it's nice outside. So you got to go sit outside and watch the game. Like,
But they're 1-11.
I know.
Or whatever the hell they are. 1-10.
You go out, you get a little sun, watch the first half, get something to eat and go home. Okay, maybe. But
1-12, sorry. They're 1-12.
Yeah. I ain't going to sit outside in like New England.
No, but this is Carolina. This is North Carolina. This is a divisional game. This is a big game for the Falcons.
You're really trying to sell this hard. It ain't working. It ain't working.
I just can't believe it. 50 cents, 45 cents get you in the building.
I saw it when you sent it to me, and of course I clicked it. Because I first thought I said he had to get this wrong. And then it was right. And I was like, wow, okay. And I thought, would I go? No, I would not. No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Omahasteaks.com. Promo code is BVB. Go and what, Dave?
Got to go buy the meat. Just buy the meat for you, someone else. Send it as a gift. I've done it personally myself. It's great, especially when you don't tell them it's coming. Just
it's a cool thing to show up, right? Yeah,
this thing shows up, and they're like, "What is this?" Wow, I got food for a while. It's great for the single guys. It's
that's
great for the single guy. Saves you a trip to the store, and you got this container. Everything's packaged already. Goes right in the freezer. Make it as you like, and you get, like you said, that container to go fishing with.
It's cool.
Whatever
and
you want
the
later.
boxes that they come in, they go in the freezer. They're there for when you want them. You just pop them off. If you're going to defrost it takes a day to defrost it, or the burgers just go right on the grill. I'm making that tonight for dinner. Just chuck it right on the grill. It's really, really easy when the burgers come with. So cool stuff with it. I know people have sent me. I appreciate you guys sending me your receipts. Keep doing that when you buy Omaha steaks. Please let us know that you're doing it. I appreciate when you guys do that. My DMs are open at Sports Talk Matt to go ahead and do that.
Which, by the way, I saw that couple of your DMs the other night while we were at the basketball game.
Yep.
People, let's just get this out and clear. There's no need to send nasty DMs about dumb stuff.
Happens all the time.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this guy? I said, do you know this guy? No, I don't. I'm like, wow. I took the time to send you this DM over this game.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Because I got a bet wrong. So yeah. Just it
happens. What's wrong with people?
Don't know. There is the blank U.S. Roll Call Friday map.
Let's go.
We're going to start to fill it on up here on a Roll Call Friday. We'll see how many states we wind up with, but that's the beginning look here on a Roll Call Friday. Let me get this open and good so you can start to fire away on this, and I can do this.
What did you say? Numbers? I said the number's 42.5. The boys said 43.5.
Correct.
I hope we go over. That would be awesome. I think it's going to be close. But we got a lot of people in here watching, so here we go. You ready?
Yep, fire away.
Dob away. 757. Mikey, awesome. One of our wrenches in Virginia. Thank you, Mikey. Kevin Whitrock, 319, Iowa City. 54 and cloudy there. Daniel G, 989, Saginaw, Michigan.
Woohoo.
Home of Draymond Green. And Daniel G will be at the Lions game tomorrow.
Beautiful.
We'll get the report from him on Monday. CBW's in the 315, Oswego, New York. Can't be. It's sunny. 50. Perfect degrees. Golf weather. Wow. Holy crap. We've been doing a show for we're coming up on 500 episodes. It's never been sunny. And it's December and it's sunny in Oswego. And go out, get some sun. That's awesome.
Right.
The Atom, _the Atom, US 212. Driving west 3 states in the last 30 minutes. Wait a second. South Dakota.
Whoa, there it is.
That's Wyoming. And Montana.
Wow, we get to knock them both off.
The _the Atom just driving, listening to us.
Knocked out 3.
That pocket of states that we ain't ever been in.
Beautiful. Knocked them all out. That's tremendous.
Huge. Thank you, the Atom.
Now we're going. Now we really might go over 42 and a half.
Now we got a
shot.
That's some inside information. That's good. JPC to 4th, 313, Detroit. Matthew Bondby, 519, Amherstburg, Ontario, Canada. It's our first Canada. So keep track of that, please.
You want to keep track of the number of Canada?
I think we need to recognize the number because it's growing every day, and we appreciate the Canadian listeners and viewers as well. J-Dow bets 410, St. Michael's, Maryland. The Ravens are going to get that 1 seed, Dave. I think you're right. We're working on something we can come and see. J Dow and Mrs. J Dow, KD Dow, go to a Ravens game. That'd be awesome. JC from Casey's in the 216, Cleveland, Ohio, 53 degrees there. Raymaker 512 is Sweet Lou from the 412, Pittsburgh, PA, baby, 51 degrees and sunny there. It's really nice back east. That's good. Jimmy Jack, 585, Rochester, New York. Sonic, one of our wrenches as well. Great job again with the Roll Call Friday stuff. He gets it going on the Twitter at Sonic, SONNIK. He's in 602 Phoenix. Michael Eisner, not that Michael Eisner, but a different Michael Eisner. 908 Elizabeth, New Jersey. He's at work. It's 55 and sunny. New Jersey.
That's great.
Elizabeth, New Jersey. Yes. Put that on the board.
Yeah.
Kyle Meyer, 541 Eugene, Oregon.
Oh,
Put that on the list.
Uh-oh. We might be. This could be an all-time day. We got Oregon and Jersey already been crossed off.
Right.
We're trending in the right direction right now.
Chris Otto, 412 Pittsburgh, PA. It's 53 and sunny. I will try to feel better soon. Thank you very much for the wishes, Otto. Joe Thomasek is in the 620 Syracuse, Kansas.
Whew.
Again, I didn't know that there was a Syracuse, Kansas, but we're happy that you're here, Joe. Thomasek. I think I said that right. Hopefully I did. Put that in the phonetic spelling if you can. Leadest Crimmage, 705 Aurelia, Ontario. 6 degrees Celsius. Again, it's Celsius and Fahrenheit. So confusing. I know that's cold. Let's put it that way. Santiago Garza, 970 Grand Junction, Colorado. 50 degrees and blue skies up there. JC from KC reminding everybody to please hit the like button. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Eron Sean, 703 Centerville, Virginia. 58 and sunny there. Fish Killer, 73, is in the 540 Roanoke, Virginia.
Beautiful.
Hokie Nation,
Woo.
sunny, 59 degrees there.
Growing in the
Sunny
VA.
everywhere. George Mason is in the 902 Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Oh, there's 3.
Celebrating his 49th birthday
What's up?
here on Roll Call Friday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, George Mason. Thank you for taking time on your birthday to share it with us. We appreciate you being here. Brigade, wish George a happy birthday, please.
Heck yeah.
Jade Albets just said the in-laws just got their latest meat. Look, you want to get in with the in-laws.
Yeah.
Meat. It's not a bad idea.
Mhm.
They cook. It's a good thing. Crop _ Duster 007. He's in 757 Newport News, Virginia. Stuck in standstill traffic on the 664. Mikey Awesome knows.
Mm.
A lot of traffic going on this weekend and next, getting ready to go places and stuff for the holidays.
Yep.
So stay patient. Listen to the show. Andy Castens in 702 Vegas. Hello,
Nice.
Andy. Addison's in 812 Hoosier Central, Indiana.
Beautiful.
Coming for you on Saturday. Coming for you tomorrow.
Hmm.
Don't worry about it. We come in, get that win, get right out of there. We'll see you Saturday. Pittsburgh Steelers. Jesse Photo, 217 Champaign, Illinois. Flip Onler, 319 Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Nice.
Under. Roger Long, Clinton, Indiana. Got a big Little Italy festival town.
Nice.
That's good to know. We should have DeVito stop by with the agent and stuff.
And the cutlets.
Would be a bet. Exactly. Geo to WAP 949 Newport Beach, California.
There it is.
78 degrees and perfect.
Perfect.
Feel better, Dave, and let's get some cash this weekend. Thank you again for the wishes. Geo, get your picks in. Don't forget, if you guys are doing the picks, if
Yep.
you're using the Saturday game, send them today.
Cool. They're coming in a lot.
Paid proxy
Yeah,
service.
got a lot.
Are they?
Yep. Got a
All
bunch
right,
coming in.
good. That's good. You're keeping an eye on that for me.
Yep.
Chris Brady. No, Chris Brady has a Tottenham goal. That's not a I can't confuse me there. Chris Brady. James Berger, 563 Davenport, Iowa.
Nice.
Representing from Cozumel, Mexico, though.
Ooh.
He's down in Mexico on vacation at the beach listening to us. Thank you very much, James Berger. Appreciate that. Boss 429 is in 216 Cleveland, Ohio. It's 50 degrees and sunny in Cleveland. It's crazy. It's like 50 degrees and sunny here.
Right?
It's
No, it's not sunny here. It's kind of cloudy here, but
It is very cloudy actually right
Yeah.
now. Let's see. We got Eric Prezano, 516 Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. He said feel better as well. Jay Buck's in New Hampshire.
Nice.
I know he put it in, but Jay Buck's very active in the chat.
He is.
I didn't get the area code. I apologize.
New
Jay
Hampshire.
Buck's-
It's Hampton. I saw Hampton earlier.
Yes. You know where that's at, right?
Yep. Of course.
Okay. New Hampshire.
Yep.
Ryan Andrew Fletcher is in, I think he's in Florida. I don't have it.
Okay.
See it. Sorry, guys. It's you put some other stuff in there. PB's in 941 Venice, Florida.
Yep.
Pierre Chevalier, 613 Ottawa, Ontario.
4 people.
Matty Kearns, 919 Durham, North Carolina, 61 and
Nice.
sunny. Biggie J, 27 Little Brother. He put me on to the show. How he found you in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, is beyond me.
Internet.
It's the best, but this is what happens. Biggie J 27 tells Matty Kearns in 919 Durham, North Carolina, we get 2 states and we get representation everywhere. Appreciate you being here, Matty Kearns. Now you tell somebody about the show.
Yeah, fair.
We'll keep this thing growing and going. Ross Randall. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. Big business. 956 South Padre Island, Texas. Doing some much needed fishing.
Oh, that's a nice part. That's fun. It's gorgeous to do it down there.
Is it?
South Padre Island? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's paradise.
I still have never been to Texas. I got to go.
Oh, yeah. South Padre Island's gorgeous.
Never been. Flown over, stopped once for a layover, but never stayed.
Yeah, that's where Texas A&M Corpus Christi is the only college on an island.
Oh.
Which is down there. San Padre, Corpus Christi.
Ryan Andrew Fletcher. There it is. 703 Annandale, Virginia. I apologize.
Good.
I thought he was in Florida.
It's all right.
Okay.
PB got it.
Yep. Football guy 97 is in 717 Lancaster, PA. Sunny and 52 there. Unbelievable. Corey Macbeth's in the 402 Omaha. He's in Omaha. We're talking about Omaha steaks. That's pretty good. It's
Very
raining
nice.
there, and it's only 42 degrees.
Cold
Chris
and rain.
Brady's in the 253. I don't know where that's at. He didn't put a city. So 253. Find out where that's at, Perrault, if you can.
Washington.
The state of?
Yep.
Hello, sir.
Now all we need is Idaho. We have the entire Pacific Northwest covered.
Well, we got Skip DeFrabe. He's in Idaho every day.
Then there we
He's
go.
a
Then
big part of the show.
Yep, we got it. There we go.
JR33312. That's Johnny Parlay. He's in the 702 Vegas, but he's a native of the 513 Dayton, Ohio,
Nice.
hometown of the John and Jim Paxson.
Oh, very
How
nice.
about that? Every single week, Johnny Parlay comes with somebody. I love it. Farrell Thalid, 515 Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay.
No Fran technicals tomorrow against Florida A&M, right? I would bet yes.
Right.
Although they're probably going to crush them. Yeah, Florida A&M's not a good basketball team. Francisco Ochoa. Francisco, our guy. He's representing 760 Escondido, California. Thank you for being here, Francisco. Jordan One-Star Gorov, 702, working from home.
Nice.
At the new place in Las Vegas.
Nice.
He moved. That's good to hear. We got to get together with Gorov soon. April Leslie. Welcome to the show, April. Thank you very much for participating here in the chat. She is in the 864 Greenville, South Carolina.
Nice.
Excellent. Love it. Bear Maulings at the 702 via the Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau. Be down to see him.
This weekend. I'm going to check it out this weekend.
Feel better. I can't go down there now.
No.
No way. Vinny Konowinski, 260 Fort Wayne, Indiana, working for the weekend.
Nice.
Excellent. Kevin Roper, 601 Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Nice.
Needed that one.
Nice.
Doc WW, the doctor in the house from the 310 LA,
Nice.
California. Needed to see the doctor.
There we go.
Doctor flew in. It was a quick in, out. We didn't get to see him in person, but he was in Vegas. Atlanta, ATL Coos.
Wow.
5 O's is in a 404, the ATL. So Atlanta, Georgia. Needed that one.
If we get Kentucky and Tennessee, we'll have the whole South except Bama. Well, I guess Louisiana too. We'll need Louisiana, but
well, there's George Pavlik. He's in 973 Hillside, New Jersey.
Nice.
Sunny 58 with 9-mile-an-hour winds. Thank you for the wind report. Very important. You got to get the wind report. There's our guy, Skip DeFrabery.
Nice.
208 Boise, Idaho.
Done.
40 and sunny.
Great.
Perfect potato growing weather. Biggie J, 27, popped in from his brother. 740. Big John, middle of nowhere, Ohio.
Nice.
Finished the first semester back in school with the highest GPA in my life.
Good for you.
I got my brother in here for the first time. So flowers and concentrating today. Excellent. Excellent work. Thank you, Biggie J 27. I don't know how you know, like you ask or you say a state and then they show up. Because we got Luke just popped in.
right?
From the 606 Pikeville, Kentucky.
Beautiful.
Put
I
that-
knew there. I mean, because Tennessee's coming. We know the Tennessee people will be here in a second, 'cause
Right?
Tyler and
Yeah.
and Stevie Mack in Oklahoma.
Brooke Peterson, 319, Iowa City. He's driving to Indiana. He's going to that game, thanks to Marianne from BetMGM. So he's going to the Steelers and Colts game.
Beautiful.
Matty Rafferty, 702, Las Vegas, Nevada.
6 Vegas people. How about that? That's great.
B2 Bar Down is in 719, Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Nice.
AOWN, 319, Independence, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
This Iowa thing's really happening, too. We're getting a lot more and more. Nathan Phillips, 614, Flavortown, Ohio. That's Columbus, Ohio. Tim Campbell, 814, native of Williamsburg, Pennsylvania, working in the Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. Good to hear Jess on the program. No, it's don't say that, TC, please. Don't, because then you want a regular segment and all this other stuff. We don't need any of that. Please. Good to have you here, sir. Roger Long, 765, Clinton, Indiana. We got that one. Santana, 928, Border Town, Yuma, Arizona.
Nice.
Sunny and low 70s there. Jason Tesh, 361, Victoria, Texas.
Nice.
Listens to the BvB while he's at the gym.
Ooh, thank you.
Good to know.
Careful.
That's awesome. Hopefully we don't mess you up doing sets and stuff.
Right.
But that's good. Ross Randall, 978. I say this wrong every week.
Amesbury.
Amesbury, Massachusetts.
Yep.
53 and sunny. He's had a rough week, but you guys in the brigade make each day better. Thank you very much, Ross. Good luck with whatever you're going through, and hopefully we will have a good weekend. Jay Buck, 603, Hampton, New Hampshire. You already know. We do. Let's see. Sports Avenger, 724, Sharon, Pennsylvania. Rooting for the Steagle Bowl. It's not going to happen. We have to accept it. The Steelers and Eagles are not playing in the Super Bowl.
So we have like a swath of the country that's not covered right now.
There's our guy. Vinko Martinsevich is in a 385 Croatia.
Wow.
Every single week, Vinko shows up. Thank you, Vinko.
That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Chef Benny, 401, Rhode Island. Represent. Got that. Heath Bierce, 309, East Moline, Illinois.
Good.
Stevie Mack, 918, Henrietta, Oklahoma.
Got it.
Needed that. Aaron V's in a 402, Central, Nebraska.
Nice.
RJ 630, Batavia, Illinois. Vic Ferrari, 317, Colts Country. Here we go. We needed this one.
Yeah.
TP, are you with me? Question mark. 206, Seattle, Washington. Go Huskies, Seahawks, and Kraken.
2 Washington today. That's great.
Peter Murphy, 519, Port Stanley, Ontario.
Cool.
On the north shore of Lake Erie.
Okay. There's 5.
Oh, my. Sean Powers, 817, Fort Worth, Texas. Jim Montgomery, hi, Monty, 215, Philly Burbs, 1098 76ers. They keep winning.
So here, if you're in Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, or Minnesota, or in Wisconsin.
How did you know? How did you know? There it is. D Stout, 507, Pipestone, Minnesota.
Beautiful. Okay.
Just finished up with his son's Christmas concert at the school. Here we are driving home, listening to the BvB. Great news. Percy Roscoe, 216, Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, my. Marcelo Unda. There it is. From Louisiana, but he's right now in the 228 listening, Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Nice.
So he's a Louisiana guy.
We'll count you, Louisiana. You're on the border. We'll count it.
Okay. DGen 4TWs in 940 Dallas.
How are we not have Tennessee yet? This is stunning. Got a minute left.
Oak Hill, West Virginia. John
Beautiful.
Sheriff.
There we go. Needed that.
Needed that. Let's see. I think that's it. Let's see. Deuce Daly is in 603 Windham, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Dave's Daily Picks currently he's in a 317 Carmel, Indiana. It's 48 degrees and sunny. I don't think we're going to get a Tennessee today, boys.
Okay, that's fine. What we can do real fast is I can show you guys before we get out of here. show you the map as to what Roll Call Friday looked like today, because it's always really fun to see what it looks like at the end of the day and what you guys have done for a Roll Call Friday before we let go of SiriusXM and Sports Grid TV. There is your Roll Call Friday map for today. As we've gone from that to this. 5 in Canada, Mexico, Croatia, all over the country. The surprise, we missed the Missouri and the Arkansas angle. We missed Wisconsin, which is road, but we picked up Montana, South Dakota.
Hold on.
What?
Sam Licata just came in.
Yeah.
314, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bam. There it is. So you can check off Missouri on that. So open states are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 39. We end up going under the total, but we got 4 countries for a Roll Call Friday, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. Very awesome. Thank you guys for being here. If you're on SiriusXM or Sports Grid TV, we'll be on Sports Grid later on tonight, depending how Dave feels. But for you guys who are live with us here on the YouTube channel and Twitter, and well, we used to be on Instagram earlier today. You guys are here, and you guys are going to get bonus time. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was good. 39 states. Croatia, Mexico, 5 in Canada, United States, picked up Pacific Northwest, which was fun to pick up that. So, okay, let's start with a couple things here. Bowl games start tomorrow. Any advice for betting the bowl games this year? Because I have a couple of them.
I think it's more like NFL preseason than ever.
That's an awesome way of describing it.
And
I think you got to go super light. I don't think you get aggressive. I think you got to pick.
So too.
I think you got to pick your spots with these games. I think it's a complete fucking crapshoot. I really do.
It's really, I think really hard.
There's 7 games happening tomorrow, and I have one bet, and I probably will only make one bet of the 7 games. I'll play one of them. It's gonna be crazy. Like, if you are a diehard college football gambler and you spend all your time breaking down college football, yeah, I can understand why you might, just like the pros who take advantage of the preseason football lines. It's a great analogy because pros would tell you they kill preseason. Yeah. And pros probably going to kill the bowl season this year. Yeah. It's going to be hairy to bet these games. So my advice is be careful.
I think, that's the first order of business. Second of all, I think this will be a perfect in-game betting opportunity for people. If you're watching a game, you'll be able to see, like there's been huge steam on UCLA
right
against Boise State. The game's in SoFi, so it's, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, the crowd's not going to be a factor. There's nobody there. I think a lot of these bowl games you're going to see, especially tomorrow and going forward leading up to the playoff games, there's going to be a lot of empty seats. I'm kind of bummed out because this used to be such a fun time, like in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just exactly what you said. It's like it's an afterthought.
Absolutely. Especially with 3 NFL games tomorrow.
Right.
I mean, there's 2 games tomorrow that are worth. I was paying attention to the LA Bowl because this is where UNLV was going to go.
Right.
If they beat Boise, but they didn't. So Boise's there instead. UCLA has got opt-outs all over the place. If UCLA had their full complement of players, this number would not be 4.5. This number might be 14.5.
Right.
But it's low because of this reason. I don't think Boise can score, and UCLA's offense is awful. This is going to be a boring game in my mind.
It's 6.
It's now 6?
6.
Okay.
5.5 in some spots. And now, again, I think the other thing you have to cautiously think about is that the line moves mean nothing.
Okay, good point.
In these games. A lot of times. It's based on information.
Mm-hmm.
So-and-so, yes. And now, sometimes they do mean a lot. You can't make there's no blanket statements for anything that's going on because of the transfer portal and because of what, like they used to be a celebration. If you were a guy or whatever, like, and the kids were playing, you wanted to go and finish off the season with a big win. Now it's like business decision. Am I playing in
Right.
this or not? I'm leaving. I've left. There's
Right.
guys that are already in the transfer portal, are not there. So yeah, I don't want anything to do with a lot of these games.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Under. Maybe
Yes.
unders.
That's what I bet. Yeah, I'm on the under for Boise, UCLA.
Oh, okay.
I
Good.
bet the under. I bet the under. Texas Tech, Cal. I have no opinion on whatsoever for tomorrow. I would lean towards the under in this game too because I don't think Cal can score. But
Texas Tech, Cal, 3-58, 3.5, 58. No idea.
yeah, right.
Independence Bowl, Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay.
No one will be there. That's empty seats.
California
everywhere.
and Texas Tech.
Yeah, there'll be Texas Tech people there, but nobody from Cal's going to that game. No one's leaving
Man.
Northern California to go to Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana. I've been to Shreveport multiple times. Whoo, boy.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's an overgrown high school stadium. They've made some improvements. They made some improvements since the last time I was there, but it's still, it is what it is.
Does this count, by the way? Mrs. PB is watching the show down in Aruba,
Oh, that counts for sure.
while Mr. PB
Of course it
is
counts.
up in Massachusetts awaiting the arrival of his third grandchild and first granddaughter.
Wow. Congratulations.
How about that? How
Where in
awesome is
Boston?
that?
Where in Boston is he? Do you know?
I don't know.
That's phenomenal.
It's
Put
probably
that in the chat, and we'll
Yeah.
get that. We'll get that in a
Yeah,
second.
we'll get that. Yeah.
So Ohtani gets introduced yesterday, and we've learned more about the Ohtani contract, which is pretty darn interesting in terms of the money and where these things are going to go and what Ohtani is going to make here. Remember, this is completely legal for him to defer the amount of money that he is going to wind up deferring. But this is, sorry, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. That's not what I was after. I was after knocking down this. Here is what the contract, what ESPN.com wrote about the contract. Ohtani's unusual contract calls for an annual salary of $70 million with $68 million deferred each year with no interest, payable in equal installments each July 1st from 2034 to 2043. Ohtani's agent proposed the deferred money on Friday when there were false reports of a possible deal with the Blue Jays. Andrew Friedman of the Dodgers said, "I wouldn't have had the guts to propose it. The deferred money lowered the annual charge to the Dodgers' luxury tax payroll to about $46 million, lowering also their competitive balance tax." Ohtani said, quote, "I figured if I can defer as much money as I can, if that's going to help the CBT and that's going to help the Dodgers be able to sign better players and make a better team, I felt like that was worth it," from Ohtani. This is like a dream, is it not?
Yeah.
Like, like you hear this from the highest paid player in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is incredible.
It's hard to even believe it's real. And then I wake up today and Glasgow's going there.
Well, it might not be real because here's the thing.
What?
It's real that he's deferring the money. Now, why is he deferring the money? Because doesn't that quote feed into somewhat of the conspiracy theory that the Dodgers and the Blue Jays had them beat, and then the Dodgers found out that he was going to go there, and that he then turned around and got the Ohtani camp played the Dodger Nation reporter, got him to report he's going there, $700 million, we'll defer the money. And the Dodgers went, holy shit. So we get Ohtani. We got to pay you $600. We don't want to pay you $700. We want $600. But we'll pay you the extra $100 million. It's like a credit card with no interest. I don't got to pay that bill for 10 years. Correct. Let's do it. They played the media and the Dodgers like an orchestra.
Right.
To get $700 million. So it's real that Ohtani is taking the deferred money. But I think that $700 million was a number he wanted to, and how he got to that $700 million was, I'll get it later. I'm good. I'll get $50 million a year in endorsements. I don't need you guys until when I'm done playing and I don't have endorsements anymore. Now I'll have $68 million a year coming in every year for 10 years.
It's just good for baseball.
It's good for the Dodgers because they got Tyler Glass now for 5 years, $135. So is it good for baseball? I don't know. Is it good for the Dodgers? It's amazing for the Dodgers. Amazing.
Is he the villain yet?
Nope. He's doing everything right. He wins a ring, everything changes.
A lot of people were rooting against the Dodgers because of all this.
But they already
were.
So now it's now. I mean, they already were. So it's not like this isn't different for them to do that.
By the way, Tyler's here from Tennessee.
So there we go.
Tennessee's made the list. He was
Now Tennessee's on the
playing
list.
poker all night, so he just woke up.
Oh, okay. That's good. So now states we missed: Alaska, Utah, New Mexico, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Alabama, Connecticut, Vermont, and Maine. And that's it.
Is this going to start a new trend? Tyler said everyone will be deferring now.
Not everybody will because the player has to do it. Like none of the money for Glass now, none of it's deferred.
Right.
All of it. I mean, just up to the player. If the player wants to defer, but the team can't make the player defer, the player has to say, I want my money deferred.
Right.
Because Bobby Bonilla. This is not new.
Right.
Bobby Bonilla did this. Got $1 million a year for 30 years.
Yeah.
So like that's, teams have done this in the past. Not to the point where they're the highest payroll team already with the number one highest paid player in the history of sports. And his idea was to defer the money. That's what makes this so unique and why I don't think it'll be copied. It doesn't save the Dodgers any money, by the way, just so you guys know.
Right. They have to pay it no matter what.
You got to pay it no matter what. Just they got to put it
when
they got to put it. No, they got to pay it every year. They got to put it into a bank account. Sorry, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I read about this. They have to pay the $68 million after he's done with the 2033 season, which means the dollar figure is only going to make, by today's standards, it will be the money's never is worth as much more now than it is then. Money with inflation in 10 years, they said the contract actually only be worth $44 million with inflation. So he's technically taking less money to do this deal to get it later, but it's to save money for the Dodgers and they should be able to do more and he'll make even more money. And if ownership or the GM leave, he can tear the contract up and walk. The brass has to stay.
Really?
Yeah. Anytime during the contract, if the management and ownership changes to who he agreed to deal with, he becomes a free agent automatically on the next year. He's automatically eligible to walk.
Wow. That's interesting.
So
that works for both parties.
Yep.
We'll pay you.
But
if we leave or get fired or sell the team, it's all null and void.
Right.
Wow.
But he wanted that. That's Shohei wanted that.
Right.
He said, I'm agreeing to work and come with you guys. If you guys pull anything, nope. We're not down. We're out. We're going somewhere else.
Man. That's great.
Wow. Just watch it. We'll have a lot more talking about with
Big
Tony.
Business just came in with a super chat, which you guys can do. By the way, I'll read it right now just because it's relevant, but we'll read them all here at the end. He said, but just like the Wolf of Wall Street video, Matt, we won't pay a dime because we'll just sell the fucking team.
That's true. But if that happens, Ohtani can do there's different. He can walk. He can leave.
Right.
So, he can go get even more money if he wants to go. And if he produces and becomes back to being Shohei, or he just sits there and he goes, okay, I'm going to get paid this much money and I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
It's up to him. So the power rests with him, which is what he wants. Wrong one. Okay, I'm only going to do today. Normally I do college and pro football, but I'm not, because I've been so cold. I'm just going to do today because I haven't bet yet on the weekends.
But what'd you go yesterday? We went 1-1 yesterday,
yeah,
right?
1-1. I got a bet right, but it's not like I'm off the cold streak. We got one bet right. And it arguably was because I bet against every number. I just went the other way because every number said it was to be this, so I'm going this way. So it wasn't like a great handicap. It just I faded again. So this is just for today. I'll get to the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I'll do it later. I've only bet one game. I bet the under for the LA Bowl.
The chat wants to know what hat that is you're wearing.
Oh, this is my favorite thing about today.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you this here in a second.
Right.
Over 235, Philly, Detroit. Tonight.
Ooh. Why?
What?
Is there a reason for this?
Philly's
Why do you got to get involved in the Detroit game right now?
Because Philly is on a massive streak to the over at the moment. 6 straight games to the over.
15.5. Oh, my Lord.
They've lost 21 straight games. They just played. They just played in Detroit. Now it's flipped.
Did it go over there? I don't think it went over.
Yes, it did.
Did it went over this number?
Yep.
235?
Yep. It was 233.5. Went over by 9.5 points.
All right, Mr. Cold Streak. I say bet it.
I'm back on CLV Can watch.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Indiana, Washington.
Jeez, it's 261. Oh, God.
We're back on CLV Can watch.
Oh, my Lord.
Again, I've got a.
There's a lot of people to watch this show. There is no chance in hell I'm going to come on and say to actually book. Wow, this has got to be perfect, though. Holy crap.
Doesn't really have to be because these two teams played the first game of the season and it flew over by 25 points. It was 240 and it flew over. That was game one.
I say bet it. I don't want to. I don't want this. I mean, what are we getting? 265 minimum. Indiana, Washington.
Indiana on the road is 9-3 to the over on the road, and Washington plays no defense.
Yeah, but see, this is one of those ones in a book. Like it's a nothing game, right? You come in, you're looking at the board, and I get excited about this because I'm like, "What's the number, boys? What's the number? 265? Oh, come on, you can't put that up. Well, let's see. I don't know. This is going to be fun. We'll be on Sports Grid tonight, 5 to 7 Pacific, 8 to 10 Eastern. We'll have this. I'm gonna be specifically watching this game.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, so these are two hockey plays. I told everybody I was taking a break from hockey because of how cold I was. And I got a litany. I just got another one a minute ago from people who were like, wait, I only bet hockey because you got me into betting hockey. And now you're not going to bet hockey? Like, hold on a second.
Oh, boy.
Like, you need to bet hockey. Like, I need my hockey fix. Give me a hockey fix. So these are games that I would bet. I have not bet, but if I would bet, here's what I would do. Bruins, Islanders, no goal in the first 10 minutes at plus 114.
Okay.
Better to book it.
No goal in the first 10 minutes.
To go by Otto's numbers, the Bruins are the best in hockey.
Of no goal.
One of the best in hockey. No, yeah. Not the, but one of the best in hockey. I'm not giving up a goal in the first 10 minutes. Oh, I think it's 7 straight. Yeah, the Bruins have had no goal in the first 10 minutes for 7 straight games. That's the stat.
Yeah, this got to be a good bet.
Okay.
Let's say bet it, yeah.
And then Vegas, Buffalo.
Bruins are favored, by the way.
Against the Islanders?
Yeah, on the road.
It's the Islanders?
I like the Islanders.
You liked the
Devils too.
Last week was 2-1. It was 2-1 final. It was skin in overtime in a skin in a teeth game.
Game probably goes under again.
Vegas Buffalo tonight under 6.5. Luukkonen in net for Buffalo.
Ooh.
Thompson in net for the Golden Knights.
Under?
Yep. Under 6.5.
I think bet it.
Okay. And then
minus 220?
Yeah. Buffalo's not playing well.
I know, but my gosh.
It's heavy.
Wow.
Yeah. And then finally, Gonzaga and UConn, game of the night tonight in college basketball. Gonzaga plus 5.5 against UConn.
Didn't even know they were playing.
Yeah, big
Where's
game.
This game?
Seattle.
Really?
Like we just saw, like a neutral site, but not.
Oh.
Like Creighton and UNLV.
Oh.
UConn's going across the country to play Gonzaga in Seattle in the climate change arena where the NBA team will play eventually one day.
Oh.
Biggest game of the night.
Gonzaga?
Yeah, plus 5.5.
Oh, I'd say book it.
What's the number now?
Let's see.
Drop below 4 yet?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
It'll drop below 4. It'll close
153.
It'll close 3.
This game's going over, no?
Maybe. I mean, Ken Palm has it at 150. It was 150 at open. I mean, it opened right on the Ken Palm number.
Would
So,
Ken Palm have this line? 5?
2.
2?
Mm-hmm. UConn by 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think Gonzaga has a chance to keep it close. UConn, I mean, there'll be some UConn people there, but not a ton.
No.
And it's Gonzaga. It's a big game for Gonzaga. Big game for them to get a W here against UConn. UConn has done extremely well in the non-conference in the last 3 years, but I think Gonzaga's got the weapons. Ryan Nemhart's the point guard for Gonzaga. He played UConn a ton at Creighton when he was there. He knows them. He knows how to beat them. I think UConn wins, but I'll take the points. Good game of college basketball tonight.
Well, a lot of people were with you. Zags +5, Zags +5.5. They're all on it. Yep.
Okay. That's good. We'll see what happens with that. All right. Super chat questions to be answered. Let's get to them. We will start with Joe the Fat Panda. Early check-in from the 303 Denver, Colorado. Back in the hospital with a Fat Panda family member. Wish everyone peace and health this holiday season. Our thoughts are up to you for sure. Jay Buck, this is Dave's flu game, channeling MJ the GOAT. Rest up. Mikey Awesome for Matt for working the polls today. Thank you. I've never worked a poll. Maybe I should start working the poll. Who knows? Same thing with Big Business. JPC the fourth is Dave. Rest up. Keep fighting the good fight against the ocean of estrogen. Lions Bengals moneyline parlay. We bet. Don't lose this week. We'll lose next week to Minnesota, but not tomorrow. Interesting. He likes the Lions. Season B's moneyline parlay is a +157. Hit the bum, buy the meats from Chef Benny. Stevie Mack, get well, Dave. Matt's polls can't carry the show on their own. Happy Roll Call Friday. We are a family that puts the fun in dysfunctional. Yes, some of Matt's takes piss me off, but I'd punch anybody in the face for him. I love you guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Matt Rafferty, you guys knocked it out of the park every single day. Keep doing your thing. Sending lots of prayers to, that my Steelers can finally get back on track tomorrow afternoon. I don't know about that. We'll see. I hope so. I hope you're right. Big business question. With the game last night going the way that it did, will there be a massive overcorrection in the market for the Raiders totals going forward?
No.
There
will be no adjustments at all. Like, you'll stick to the numbers, and the thing that will affect it the most will be the opponent. Watch the Charger totals. Like, the adjustment will come. Like, they just blew it all up.
But they're low, though. The Chargers was 6-0 win over.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. PB's in Northeastern Mass, Western Mass. He's up by my brother.
Okay. There you go.
781, arriving waiting the arrival of his third grandchild, his first granddaughter. That's awesome. Congrats, man.
Great.
That's really cool. But don't they go? I mean, they can't score though, Dave. Chargers can't score. 6 against the Patriots.
Yeah, but they give up a lot. They just gave up 63 points.
Defense sucks.
Raiders,
but their offense put that defense in that spot though. There was 6 turnovers or 5 turnovers in that game.
Buffalo the Chargers next week is 10.
Yeah.
Buffalo at the Chargers. The Chargers, 10 and 40.5.
So it's up a little bit, not dramatically.
No. So again, it's one game.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just one game. You just kind of move off of it. And then finally, from Addison, feel better, go Colts, new hat, Matt. Well, that's my favorite thing about today. That I could go right into that. This is from Addison. This is a South Dakota State Jackrabbits hat.
Oh,
that he sent to me.
Oh,
he told me to pick. There's 2. You get the Iowa State hat that he sent.
Nice.
It's very similar to this.
Okay.
But he said, pick which hat you want. I don't want an Iowa State hat, so I'm taking I want a South Dakota State hat. I want the Jackrabbits.
The irony of you having an Iowa State hat would be awesome.
Yep, not happening. Not wearing it. Don't wear it. Not wearing it. So not wearing the Iowa. So you get the Iowa State Cyclone hat, but they're both very nice. I really actually like this hat a lot. It's really comfortable on your head.
Yes.
It's going to be an awesome running hat because it's very lightweight and breathable. So this is going to be a run hat for me for sure. So my favorite thing about today is that every once in a while stuff shows up in my in my somehow he got my address. I have no idea how Addison got my address. Maybe I gave it to him, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But things will just show up in my mailbox, and I check my mail very infrequently, like once every 2 weeks. So I checked
once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I never check my mail. I don't get mail. I just don't get mail. Like there's nothing of any significance. that comes in the mail.
Once every 2 weeks.
About it's never check it. So I don't know how long it was sitting in my mailbox, but it was sitting there for a while. So that's why. So I did not. I text on our Discord channel. I sent it to Addison saying thank you so much, because I was like, I'm not sure when you sent that, so I apologize if it was a long time ago.
Sitting in the mailbox.
I just got it. So favorite thing about today is you guys and sending gifts and presents and stuff. I can't appreciate it more. Thank you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. Check your mail once a week, please. I mean, like, let's just go seriously. Every Saturday, just walk over to the mailbox. It ain't even far. It's right up the street from you. Go get the mail once a week. My favorite thing about today is I had 103 fever almost yesterday.
Dang.
Went to the doctor. Dr. D, she tells me you're sick. Great. Then my wife asked me, well, what'd she say? What did the doctor say? Doctor said I was sick. You got to take medicine. Okay. So I go to sleep immediately after the doctor says sleep the whole night. Wake up frequently throughout the night with fever dreams. I'm sweating it out, all this other stuff. And then I wake up, and I'm got all these texts and, things, DMs, whatever. And the one says, hey, how are you? Are you okay to do the BvB? And I'm like, I'm doing the BvB. Are you kidding me? Like, yes, I'll do the BvB. It's Friday. It's roll call Friday. I'm 100% going to find a way to do the BvB. So before we start, I'm like, you're going to have to carry it. Like, I got it. Don't worry about it. So we got here and do the show. And it's just another metaphor for life, right? Like, sometimes you don't always feel great. You got to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel better showing up and seeing everybody here in the chat and, getting messages and how knowing that, we got a hat waiting for us. You didn't check the mail. I'm it sounds like my wife. Like, she's like, yeah, we don't check the mail.
I know.
I used to check the mail every day. I used to run to the mailbox every day back in the day. And now that's changed. Everything's changed. But yeah, favorite thing about today, the show, the boys, the holidays, all the stuff. It's all happening. We got one more week of shows next week. It's a big week.
It's a big week.
So,
second to last roll call Friday was today. Get some rest, Dave. Are you doing Sports Grid? Are we on Sports Grid?
Yeah, we're on Sports Grid. Jack just sent me a text.
I know, but I'm saying, are you? I mean, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm going to go lay down right now. I got to go drink
lay
some
down.
water. I took my medicine. Jessica checked in during the show.
Okay.
So go lay down, and then we'll get ready to do this again in 3 hours.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys on Sports Grid later on. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate this roll call Friday. We will talk to you guys coming up on Monday for a full and very fun recap of the weekend for